Hello everyone and welcome to Ask Us, American Culture Advice for International Students, where you can ask Americans, or at least two of us, about all the things that they never teach you in English class. I'm Kelly.
And I'm Marissa.
And today's question is on a topic that confuses a lot of people, including some Americans, and that's tipping.
Dear Kelly and Marissa, last week I was eating at a restaurant with some friends. By the time I paid the bill, I realized I only had $1 left in my wallet, so that's what I left for the server. Service was okay but not outstanding, so I thought that would be fine. But then my friend called me cheap. I thought you tipped according to the quality of the service. Am I right or am I cheap? Signed, a broke grad student.
Well, there is a short answer to this question. You're cheap. Well, at least you look cheap. No matter your reasons for not tipping, it's not going to look good to your friends, the restaurant staff, or anyone if you don't tip. But let's break down some numbers to give you a longer explanation of why it's important for you to tip 15 to 20% every time.
According to the U.S. Department of Labor, the national minimum wage is $7.25 an hour. Other states have higher minimum wages, and Washington, D.C. has the highest at $12.50 an hour.
However, the federal minimum wage for those working with tips is $2.13. $2.13. Their employers are counting on you, the customer, to make sure that their employees have a living wage.
So in order to tip the scales in favor of tipping, we've done something that we really don't like to do. Math. In order to prove our point.
If you're making $2.13 an hour and you work an 8-hour shift and no one has the money to tip you, at the end of the day, you only have $17.04 to show for it, before taxes.
And if you work that 8-hour day for a whole week, for a whole standard 40-hour work week with no tips, you have $85.20 before taxes.
And at the end of that month of standing on your feet all day and still nobody tips you, you have $340.80 after a month. The average rent in Washington, D.C. is 4.5 times that.
D.C. is an incredibly expensive place to live, but even rent in a place like Omaha, Nebraska is still 3 times what you would make serving with no tips.
So yes, you need to tip your server 15 to 20%, and that needs to be factored into the cost of your evening out before you make a decision on what to order.
But tipping at sit-down restaurants is just the tip of the iceberg. There are other food situations that require your tips.
If you're getting a coffee, you can round up, unless you are ordering a really fancy drink.
Like a triple venti soy no foam latte?
Sure. Then you tip $1.
And you can also put $1 in the tip jar at fast casual establishments like Chipotle, where you order at the counter.
And if you're at the bar, you should tip $1 per drink, unless, like the coffee, you're ordering a really fancy cocktail, then you should tip $2.
So Kelly, why is tipping such a weird thing in America?
I have no idea. And we are not saying that this is the best system, but this is just part of the culture of eating out in the United States.
So please, please tip your servers.
That's all the tips on tipping we have for you today. If you have a question, please send us an email.
And remember, ask us now.
Sound smart later.